Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the LNW podcast. It is one of your hosts, Landon. Today, it's just going to be me. I'm probably just going to be the one doing this podcast. I am going to be the one just doing this podcast video. Walker is at home doing some schoolwork, even though we're on break, a coronavirus break because, that happened. So, yeah. Um, Today I want to talk to y'all about a few things that have happened lately, and I want to talk about some things that should happen. So I know I'm a mess. I look like a mess. I'm sorry, but I don't really care. Yesterday in the afternoon, I lost somebody. Unfortunately, yes, my grandmother has died. My grandma, Christine Butler, she has passed away. I'm not gonna say how because it's very private to the family. But with that all being said, she I loved her to death, and she was a very loving person, especially towards animals. She loved dogs. She worked for a foster program for dogs, and as soon as I find that out, I will put a link in I can talk. A link in the description for you guys, so y'all can go check out that page. Hopefully, once I get contact with one of the members. But I do want to say something. Oh, of course, somebody snapped me. Lovely. Because I'm using my phone, because I'm not that professional. But, with that being said, I want to talk about forgiveness and second chances. Of course, not everybody is perfect, and everybody always has their different, opinions of what, they want to hear, or what they are going to say, or what they think. I want to talk about how you should forgive somebody no matter what when it comes to their death. When it comes to their death, I'm sorry. So my grandmother and this one person, I'm not gonna will be named anonymous. They never got it well too long. A few situations happened, and that one person couldn't forgive what she did, which is very upsetting. I think, to me, when somebody so special, and you may hate them, you may have so much beef with them, but at the beginning, it was okay. Okay, at the beginning, you guys were probably okay. And I'm just talking about any type of situation, like you and your best friend. Y'all might be beefing right now. Hey, drop that, man. Stop it. Stop beefing. You need to go to your friend right now and say, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. Can you work something out, because you don't know if they're gonna be there the next day." Don't waste your time beefing with somebody when you could just forget them. I mean, not forget them, but forgive them. I'm sorry, I meant to say forgive. I've done that, man. I forgave my enemies, and some of my enemies have forgiven me for what I've done to them and what they have done to me in the past. So, and now we're like best friends. Some of my enemies, not all, that I have had, I've said sorry to, and they have said sorry to me, and we're best friends, and that's amazing. But I'm just trying to say, no matter what that one person has done to you, show some respect, man. If they died, show some respect. Okay? Especially when they have done something for you to make your life good. It may have been a bad decision or a hard decision, but they did it for the greater good, for you and for whoever, alright? But I want to talk about something that I usually don't talk about, and I'm not going to get real detailed, but when my mama had me, she had me. when she had me, she fell in love. I do not know who my dad is, of course. I don't know who my biological father is, but my mom fell in love with this man named Michael, and Michael asked her to move to Texas, and she did, and didn't bring me. I'm not saying she abandoned me, but sometimes I felt like that. And I also made this podcast, to talk how I feel, and also, talk about situations like I've said in the opening of the LNW podcast. So, with that being said, I felt like she did abandon me sometimes, but that doesn't make her a bad mom. She's the best mom I could ever have. The best mom I could ever have. She's a part of who I am today. And if y'all know me, y'all know, and if y'all actually are my friends, y'all know how good of a person I am. Yeah, sometimes, we're not perfect, and sometimes, we're not perfect, and guess what? Man, that's just who a human is. Human ain't perfect. God ain't perfect. Come on now. That man ain't perfect. We're not perfect. If he can't be perfect, then there ain't no way in heck we're imperfect. We're not imperfect, but we're not perfect, all right? So we make mistakes, and those friends who have not, have seen my mistakes, and they called me out on them and be like, man, don't do that again. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for that. And, still my friends, even though I've made some big mistakes in my life. They're still my friends. They're still here. They're still, like, fighting battles with me, and I'm still fighting battles with them, and we're still having the greatest time of our lives. They've always known how good of a person I am, and some people might say this dude's a jerk, this dude's a bully. Yes, I was a bully when I was a little kid. I used to bully little kids, and even a few years ago, like 2 to 3 years ago, I was a bully. I may did do some bad stuff, but I'm trying to change. I'm not saying I'm a bully now, but sometimes I call it tough love. Some of my friends, I say, hey man, you look stupid to one of my best friends, just because it's tough love, all right? It's not bully. For us, it's not bullying. It's tough love. And like when the teachers say don't do that, I'd be like, it's just tough love. I ain't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't think my friend's stupid. My friends are smart. My friends are awesome. They're smart. But they're really good. But they've always stuck with me no matter what, and they've always seen how good of a person I am, and not always looked at the bad person. Not always. But what I'm trying to say is when somebody dies, I don't care who you are, pay some respect. Don't just blow it off and keep on living your life. Okay, sit there for a minute. Think. Sit there and pray. And I'm not like trying to, jump at somebody's religion. No. You pray how you pray, and if you don't pray, I just kind of ask, just be like, just think about it real quick. You don't have to pray. If you're not into that, I'm totally fine with that. You're still my friend. I don't care. I love all y'all who watch this. I love all y'all. I'm not gay. I'm not saying it because I like guys or whatever, and I don't care if you do. I'm just saying, I love all y'all who are watching this. Y'all are family no matter what. Anybody who's my friend is family. You can be barely my friend. You're still family to me. I still got your back. But if somebody dies and you know them, and if you know a little bit of them, this is just me. If I knew a little bit of just one person, and I found out they died, I would take a minute. I would pray. I would sit there and I'd be like, hey, I'd be like, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. I'd be like, God. I'll be like, or whoever, be like, I hope you're all right. I'm sorry for what happened to you. All right? Take a minute. Take a few minutes. I challenge y'all. Take 10 minutes. If anybody, and I'm sorry if anybody has died recently in y'all's life, but think of somebody who recently died, or if you want, think about everybody who died, and it might put you in your feelings, but I ask y'all to do this. Sit down for a minute and pray however you pray, or just think about them. And just be like, I hope you're doing okay. Just sit down and be like, just stand down and look up to the sky, or look wherever. You can be like, just think of them and be like, I hope you're doing okay. Say we miss you. Say something. Don't just blow it off and keep on living your life. Don't just find out and ignore it. And some people, I'm not, and I know y'all try to get through pain different ways. And I understand that. But, you know, I'm a big respect person, and that for me, if you don't just take a minute and just say, you don't even have to say a lot, just be like, I hope you're okay. And that's it. You just gotta say, I hope you're alright. Alright? And then you're good. That's all I ask y'all to do. And don't just sit there and kind of be happy that they're gone, like somebody I know is doing right now. And if you ever do see this, the person that you probably know who I'm talking about, I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to say who they are. For the person who is doing this right now, and do not say, whoever, F whoever thinks this or whatever, I wish you would take a minute just to say sorry and to say, I hope you're doing okay. But no. It's just a thought in your head that person's gone. Be like, oh well, they're gone. I'm gonna live my rest of my life. You can do that. But don't just, right when you hear it, oh, yada yada's dead. Sorry. Be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry for your loss. And then forget about it for the rest of your life. Take a minute and just pay some respect to the person who you have lost or whoever lost their life. Pay some respect. Come on now. You at least earn that. At least. Come on, they're dead. That person's dead. They're not coming back. Okay? And what they did to you is what they did to you. They cannot change that no more. Because they're gone. They can't change it. They can't change the past. You can't change the past. All you can do is shape the future on how you want it to be. But sometimes, for me, in order for me to reshape my future, to shape my future on how I want it to be, I look on the past. I look on mistakes. I look on and say, hey, I did this before. It didn't turn out so good, so let me make sure not to do that again. It's alright to look on the past sometimes, but look forward. It's kind of like, I want to say this, it's kind of like riding a bike in the street. Don't tell me you just ride the bike looking forward. You can't. For me, it's impossible. I always look backwards just in case I ain't about to get hit by a car. And what I'm trying to say is, look backwards sometimes in life. So what you're trying to reshape your future to look like, you don't mess up. Because, it's just bad. That's how you ruin the shape of your future. That's how you ruin it. That's how it's gone. But whatever that person, you have done to that person, or that person has done to you, no matter what it is, they are dead. And you telling me you can't even think of how maybe you could have made things right? Or maybe think how they tried to make things right. You can't? You telling me you can't do that? Come on. Like, why? Why? What kind of person are you if you think that? I'm not trying to be mean here or attack people who think that way. No. Why do you think, I'm just saying, why? It's just mad disrespect to somebody who is dead. It's not cool. It's really not. But I mean, it's that kind of sidetracked from the story that I was gonna say. When my mom left, she left. I stayed in Maryland. That's where I'm from. That's where I was born. She left. I felt sad. I felt abandoned a little bit. She Years, she would call. She'd be like, "I'm gonna get you down here. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you down here." I'd be like, "Okay, okay." Be like, "You promise, you promise." She would call me one year, be like, "Would you mind having a little baby sister?" I said, "Sure." But in the back of my mind, I was like, "What about me, mama?" And I think I might be wrong because it was a long time. What I was told that my mom left to go to Texas to become a better mom, even though when I knew she was the best mom in the world. It devastated me. It almost broke me when I heard that my mom, would you mind having a little baby sister? Almost broke me, but I was tough enough. I was like, it's all right. She'll come for me. I had that mindset saying, she'll come for me. A few years passed by. Get another call. "Hey, Landon, can I ask you a question?" So, "You gonna tell me the full truth?" I said, "Yes." So, "Would you mind having a little baby brother?" And when I would always talk to my mom in my house in Maryland, when you would walk into the front door there, and you go to the left, there's the first window. I'd always get on my knees and always look outside. I would always look outside on the home phone, because we had a home phone. I always talk to her, look outside. I'd be like, yeah. I sat there, I looked outside. Didn't say anything for a good minute. I said, because I thought, I was like, I've been told my mom left to go be a better mom, but here she is having kids and not even coming back and taking me back. But she was saying, "Oh, we're gonna get you once we get married." It took me years to get married. Years to get married. I think I was 10 when they got married. I'm 15 now, I was 10, and then I moved there when I was 11. Pretty sure. Or 12. Maybe wrong, but I was like, what about me, mama? And when it came, for me to decide if I wanted to move, I was so happy. I was like, heck yeah, let's go. But then I had understood, if I'm gonna do this, I'm dropping everything in Maryland. I'm leaving it behind. I wanted to go tell all my friends I was moving to Texas with my mama. My friend Danny was so upset, he begged me not to go. My friend Nate kind of wished me goodbye, but I know he was sad. And Nate, if you watch this, man, I ain't trying to expose you, bruh. But I felt y'all's pain for me leaving, and I know y'all probably upset with me for leaving still today. And y'all don't want nothing to do with me. I said, I still want stuff to do with you, bruh. Still want y'all in my life, man. I still want y'all to be friends, man. Still want that, man. But made me sad that I was leaving my friends behind. I think I remember my second to last day. I ain't gonna try to cry. I ain't want to cry, but it's just sad to think about it. I remember, I think my second to last day being at School of the Incarnation, best school I've ever gone to. I remember everybody was like, "Hey man, we're gonna miss you." Everybody, even people who I wasn't friends with, they were all like, I remember at lunch, Cody, I think Collier was trying to buy me. He was like, "Hey man, tell me what you want. I'll go get it for you. I'll go hop in the lunch line. I'll go get you what you want, a cookie, some chips, man. I'll go get it for you." That made me so happy, man. It makes me almost cry, man. Everybody was like, "Hey man, we gonna miss you." I still have this book to this day in this bag. My class and all the teachers they taught me, who taught me everything. My teachers, they all came together. They made this little go bag. Had candy in it, and they knew I loved gum. They had candy in it and gum. He said, and they brought me into a classroom with all my teachers that taught me, and all my friends and all my classmates. And my teacher, Mr. Gonski, I'd never forget Mr. Gonski. Mr. Gonski was the best teacher ever. nicest woman y'all ever meet. If y'all do know Miss Degonsky, y'all know what I'm talking about. She's the best. She popped in. I didn't know that. She scared me. I was like, "Ooh," but the thing that made me so happy and so sad to leave was it was hard to leave when I got this Dr. Seuss book, and I think it was like The Places You Go, and all over on the hardcover of the book and the back had everybody's names in it. It was like kind of a yearbook, but had everybody's name in it. They said, "Man, we love you. We're gonna miss you, and we hope you have fun in Texas." When I have hard days, I look at that book and I look all the names, I look all the notes, be like, "Oh, hope you have a great summer." It was very upsetting to leave everybody in Incarnation. Some people who didn't even mess with me, you know. I'm gonna give a few shout outs, especially Nate, Danny, Cannon, Cody, Charlie, Samantha, so I think it was Samantha Bean, Samantha Ariana, Kate Matheny, Emma Nolte, Lauren Gockenball, Lauren Thomas, for sure. Oh, no Snapchat. Oh, it's from my uncle. Yeah. You guys are OGs. I hope y'all know that. Chris, Logan. I think Logan left though, but Logan for sure. I remember you. Zach, I remember you too, bruh. Adam, Hunter, I remember y'all, man. I remember. But yeah, I miss y'all. I miss everybody who I was in classes with and I went to school with. I miss y'all. I really do. I miss all my teachers too. Mrs. Mann, Mr. Gonsky, all y'all. I miss y'all. Mrs. Worthman, science and social studies teacher. Yep, miss y'all. But I know I said it in the very first video that me and my friend posted that, you know, the next video ain't gonna be as long, but I just got some stuff that I want to talk about. But yeah, I dropped my life, everybody behind, for my mama. I gave her a second chance. But my mama ain't really give her mama a second chance. Which is a little upsetting for me. But not my nana, my grandma. My grandma. I know she sees it, she's gonna get mad at me, but like I said, my mom's not a bad person. She's a very good person. Do anything for her kids. Anything. And that's why I love her. But yeah. That's kinda it really. But if you guys have watched to the end of this video, I do appreciate y'all a lot, man. Thank you for sticking through me and listening and hearing me out. Like I said in the last video, in the comments, let me know what I should talk about. Let me know what me and Walker need to work on, or I need to work on, or he needs to work on, or you know what we want to talk about, like more things you want us to elaborate on. Definitely. And if y'all want shout outs, yeah, there you go. If y'all want shout outs, just let me know. I know I ain't big, only 16 subscribers, trying to fix that, trying to grind. If y'all want shout outs, I will shout y'all out. I'll shout out your Instagram if y'all have a YouTube channel. I'll shout out your Instagram, Snapchat, everything. Anything you want me to shout out, I'll shout it out for you. But yeah, that was kind of L in podcast, but without the W because Walker ain't here. But I appreciate y'all for sticking with me a lot. Yeah. And I do want to shout out a few people who have helped me through my loss. Number one, my OG homie Walker, of course. My beautiful girlfriend, Mariah. I love her. Jax, my man. Love my man. Awesome. Amazing dude. especially helped me through that. But I appreciate y'all. And this is the LNW podcast. Almost, but yeah. I do want to say one more thing before I do go. Make sure you do, if I get that link in the description, please do check that out. Probably, if I'm thinking about it now, probably not, so you probably don't have to check out anything. But yeah, please comment, like, subscribe, and put on that post notification, please, so y'all notice. So I ain't got to do extra work. But I'm going to do it anyways, because we be grinding out here. So I can send it out. I'm going to send it out on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat audio. So yeah. I appreciate you guys so far. So this is episode 2. Or I don't know. Episode 1 because the first one was kind of like a trailer. Not really. Episode 2. I'm going to say episode 2. And this was the Forgive and Second Chance. Episode 2 of the LNW podcast. I'm Landon, one of your hosts of the LNW, and peace out.